What's up? What's up? What's up? I guess we're live. Just put in some music. Yeah, I think we're live. Laid back music. Oh, on. I'll do this lo-fi stuff. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? Yeah, we'll. I don't know if my hello mic is not working. There you go. There you go. There you go. Here we are. If you can hear some noise in the background, it's because I'm doing laundry. But yeah, here we are, guys. I don't know if I can see the chat right now. How are you guys? How are you? Anyway, I'm just gonna be doing some quick anatomy study right now. You know, like you guys can chat, you guys can ask questions as I go along, but like my goal is to kind of like record something for my upcoming video, and that's what I'll be doing right now. So yeah, uh, yeah, what we'll be doing. Skull actually not a circle. We draw a circle like this over the skull, boom, we can see that it's not a circle. It's pretty much cut off over here on this side. Alright. Then over on this side, we can see that the skull follows more of an egg shape. Like that. Set this one over here. Boom. Here, I think. Yeah, so yo, bruh, some nation is all right. Yo, what's up? So again, what we're discussing is that the skull is not really a perfect circle, so these areas are cut off, and this is more of an egg shape, right? Those are the first two things that you guys will notice if you look at the skull. And then one thing you may also notice on the side of the skull right here, this area, which is the mandible, it's called the mandible, right? Is the only thing that basically moves. So how it moves is that the anchor point is here, and that's basically thing that moves to basically mimic our mouth moving, our jaws moving, you know. I love going back to rewatching this. Yeah, for sure, man. So, you know, this is called the mandible. And it's the only thing that moves in the skull, right? So those are the first few things you can notice, and we can even see the mandible over here. Basically, right? And that's the only thing that moves, right? So, mandible area. Now, next thing we want to kind of like, so note number one, skull is not a perfect circle. And then note number two is that only thing that moves, right? So group this together. Put that away. We'll do another thing over here. So another thing I want you to guys consider is that even though the skull, it has two different parts, basically the mandible and this whole area, it actually contains a lot of different parts, right? So I'm just gonna go over it. I'm not gonna talk about it because I really don't want to focus. I just want to kind of like have something for for myself and for the people who would love to get the files. Give me a sense. Diagram. There you go. I have found a very good diagram over here. Yeah. Okay. first and foremost, we can see that this area right here is let's put something. That's called, yeah, this can be tricky. Called the nasal bone. Nasal bone. Put away the names of it. I'm just gonna separate it for now. I really don't wanna lose the flow of things. Right, that's the lacrima, which is this one. Lacrimal bone. No. We have this much of the skull. Looks good. Right? Still the zygomatic bone is this bone right here. Which is quite important. And this is pretty much this bone right here that sticks out. It's magenta. Boom. So obviously we have this whole area over here. Full frontal area. That contains this area of the head as well. The teeth are not included with this one because teeth have different, names in and of itself. Hi, Bunny Clough. So alright, I'll BRB. No worries. When you're back, you're back. And on the side view, that is basically this area right here. Oops. Oh. At the back of the head over here, the back of the skull, that is called the sphenoid, which is this area right here. That area, this one. Or there's one more bone right here that's inside, which is what this is, and we're gonna put that as yellow, and that is basically called the ethmoid. Boom, boom. And then this mass over here, that includes pretty much this area over here. I don't know why I included this one. Yeah, this right here. Yeah, that one. That's called the sphenoid. And then obviously a while ago we were talking about the mandible. Yeah, some of you may find this boring, but I'm trying to hit two birds with one stone. I'm creating a video about how to draw the skull. So I thought I might as well just live stream it. That is the mandible over here. Oh, why do you have to know all about this one? You don't. It's really up to you how you want to learn anatomy. The video I'll be making is more like supplementary material. Then we have um, the nasal aperture is this area over here that I forgot to highlight. It's nasal aperture. There's a lot more going on in there. Right. Hello, Derry. How are you, man? What's up? What's up, my brother? This one. Which is the temporal lobe. Boom. That's the temporal lobe. And then the parietal lobe is this next big mass over here that we can still see in the front view. Again, you don't really have to learn this one, all the names. It's more like reference, you know. Here you go. And lastly, this mass over here is called the occipital lobe. Occipital lobe. Just gonna find a brown. Boom. So I'm gonna try to rename it right now. I'm gonna turn off our opacity to 25. There you go. So that we can see most of it, right? Oops. So let's start with the nasal. Which is this area over here, right? And the lacrimal bone, lacrimal, is this area over here. It's called lacrimal. Actually, I'll put the lacrimal right here. Right. And then we have this area over here, which is gonna be ethmoid. Right? And then the sphenoid. It's right here. And the maxilla. This is maxilla. Right? And then as I mentioned, the mandible. It's right here. Right? And this pink right here is our zygomatic bone. Right? This is called zygomatic. This is what this is. Zygomatic. Right? And then have the frontal bone right here, and we have this parietal. Right. And then this one is the temporal. And then lastly, this is the occipital. Occipital. Right? And then a few notes here and there. This one would be our there's a lot more that goes into the nasal aperture. Right? This is basically that one. Aperture. So basically this is the whole anatomy of our skull. You know, I'm supposed to actually put that here. Perfectly. 50%. No. Hey, what's up, Zoric? Thank you for going back. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, so with all of these basic what do you call this? With all of these things that you see in the skull, the main important thing that we have to remember is that while there are a lot of parts here that you really don't have to know, one thing you want to do is that there is a distinct parts between all of these separate parts, right? And you can, what I'm trying to say is that you can group them together into a simplified form. There's this one. So this area over here, all of this one. That even includes this part, or right. This one. What are you guys doing tonight? I don't know if it's nighttime where you are from, but yeah. So this part over here is the facial cranium. We separate that with a simple boom boom. Yeah. We separate that with a simple color. Facial cranium, and then the rest is basically what you would call the neurocranium, because that is where our brain is located. Called neurocranium. Quick one over here. Boom. So yeah. So all of these parts that you see right here earlier. So this is our note one, and then gonna be doing a lot of that. So anyway, oops. We're gonna copy that in here. We're gonna do this one. Boom. Yeah. So all of these parts can be separated with two main parts, which is the facial cranium and the neurocranium. And if you really wanna kind of like understand why certain people in Pinterest have some sort of let me find something for you guys. Let me. That is basically where the origination of like different tutorials on Pinterest and YouTube, how Let me find something very concrete over here. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, the Loomis head is basically based on this one, you know. So I kind of like found a very quick um portrait anatomy thingy from Pinterest that you see here. That is basically where it originated from, you know. And find another one for you guys. All of this is gonna be simplified in a much more concrete video. That I'm editing, and I'm using this live stream as my main base, you know. If you think about it, the Loomis head, if you are familiar with the Loomis head, it's where it originated from. You see how this is just a different, we switch the color, but all of this one is just based on this idea that the parts, all of these parts is simplified over here, and it's much, and it is further simplified with this kind of like structure of the head that we see people are using as a guide, you know. I found it very over here. This one is a perfect example. This is all where this came from. These tutorials that you see are all derived from this idea that the skull is separated into two main parts, the facial cranium and the neurocranium. And then these are all developed Pinterest examples. Right? So now I want to focus on the key points of the skull. Right? So let me just go over my notes, right? Key points of the skull is first and foremost, we're just gonna be using setting our here. Boom. Is the most obvious part of the skull, which are the eye sockets over here. Right. And the holes of the skull. That's what I want to kind of like have us a little bit focus, you know. Oops. You see the holes of the skull. Uh,
These
these eye sockets are more like. Let's remove this first. Okay.
So
So
are the
are the so one of the most obvious parts of the skull is the three main holes that you see right here, right? Three main holes. The eye sockets are more square. That's an observation that I wanna point out.
It's
It's
a
a
square
square
rather
rather
than a
than a
circle.
circle. Uh,
Not
Not
a
a
circle.
circle. And
It's
it's
the
the
eye
eye
sockets.
sockets.
And the
And the
other one
other
is
one
the
is the
pear
pear
shape,
shape,
pear
pear
shape
shape
opening
opening
for
for
the
the
nasal
nasal
um for the
for the
nose,
nose,
basically,
basically,
right?
right?
And when
And
we
when
look
we
at
look
the
at the
sides,
sides,
this
this
eye
eye
right
right
here, the
here,
eye
the eye
sockets on
sockets
the
on the
side
side
has
has
this
this
protruding
protruding
part
part
over
over
here,
here,
you know?
you know?
It's
It's
basically
basically
doing this
doing this
shape
shape
over
over
here,
here,
and
and
um,
um,
it's
it's
angled a
angled a
bit,
bit,
right?
right?
It's
It's
angled. It's
angled,
not
it's not
straight.
straight.
And
And
um, the
the
upper
upper
part
part
is
is
tilted
tilted
more
more
forward,
forward,
and the
and the
lower
lower
part is
part is
tilted more
tilted more
backwards,
backwards,
right?
right?
So if
So if
we
we
do a
do a
quick
quick
one
one
over
over
here,
here,
we can
we
see
can
that.
see
So
that. So,
like think
like, think
about it.
about it.
When
When
we're
you are
drawing
drawing
an
an
eyelid,
eyelid,
that
that
when we
when we
draw an
draw an
eyelid
eyelid
on
on
the
the
frontal
frontal
view,
view,
no,
no,
on the
on the
side
side
view,
view,
it'll be
it'll be
more
more
tilted
tilted
forward,
forward,
right?
right?
And
And
so
so, and
the
the
nose
nose
itself,
itself,
one
one
thing
thing
you
you
will
will
notice
notice
is
is
the
the
nose
nose
itself
itself
is
is
entirely
entirely
made
made
of
of
cartilage.
cartilage.
So
So
this
this
nose
nose
that
that
will
will
end up
end up
being
being
like
like
that,
that,
right,
right,
will be
will be
made up
made up
entirely of
entirely of
cartilage.
cartilage.
Right?
Right?
And
And
the
the
thing
thing
is,
is,
it, everything
everything
just
just
ends
ends
right
right
here.
here.
So the
So the
bone
bone
part
part
ends
ends
where
where
this
this
is.
is.
So
So let me just erase that
right
right
now
now
and
and
erase
erase
this.
this.
So
So
right,
right? And
if
again,
we
if you
simply
simply
draw
draw that
that nose
nose
right
right
here,
here,
right,
right?
and we
And we
draw
draw
some
some
dips
dips
covering some
covering
of
some
the
of the
teeth
teeth
right
right
here.
here.
Like,
Like,
don't we
we
won't draw
won't
the
draw the
lips. We
lips.
won't
We
draw
won't
the
draw the
lips right
lips right
now.
now.
But just
But just
imagine
imagine
the
the
nose
nose
being
being
here,
here,
right?
right?
And
And
what
what
was
was
like
like
the
the
thing
thing
is,
is,
if we
if we
observe the
observe the
profile
profile
view,
view,
we can
we can
see a
see a
bulge right
bulge right
forming
forming
right
right
here,
here,
right?
right? we can see a bulge right here at the nose. We can even see a bulge right here at the mouth, and then at the chin, right? So one, two, three, four. There's four bulges that you have to consider when drawing on the profile view, right? And again, this is for the mouth, this is for the chin, this is for the nose, and this is for the for the brow area. So those are key areas that you wanna kind of like think about key points of the profile. Now this angle over here is of the mandible, right? Is the jawline. And it varies from person to person, and in a front view, right, we can see that right here as well. You know, jaw. This is another key point because each person has a different characteristics of bones, right? Like for me, I don't have a very defined jawline, right? So obviously that's gonna get affected by various factors like, you know, my skull, the underlying skulls, and if the move, the what do you call this, the certain features of the muscles in the face, right? So one thing that you wanna kind of like keep in mind, you know. Yeah, so I was telling you guys about the zygomatic bone right here, right? This area, this can be, this bone sticks out right here on the side of the face, and you can feel it when you touch your face over here. You can feel that bone, and that's the zygomatic bone, and that affects basically another the silhouette of your face, right? That bone is pretty much defined as kind of like a cheekbone, right? That's the cheekbones. So cheekbones. That defines like a very solid area where you could define the head, the shape of the head, and that's this bone right here. You know, that's this area right here. Cheekbone. Right? And in contrast to that, you see right here, if we draw a line, I like doing that. You see that the head, this area over here, is the widest part of our head, right? But also that depends on the person to person, right? But what I'm trying to say is that this is another key point that people that you need to know to be able to tell the area of where the round shape of the head will start and end. So pretty much this area right here is, you know, like it's rounded, right? And then after that, it becomes, the head becomes straight, as I mentioned earlier, how it's cut pretty much. What I was talking about is these two areas over here. Right? And this affects the silhouette of the head. Now,
one
One
thing
thing
I
I
wanna
wanna
kind of
kind of
like
like
add
add to
to that
that
is
is
that
that
on the
on the
side view,
side view,
you
you
can
can
see this
see this
bulge
bulge
of
of
the
the
area
area
over
over
here.
here.
This
This
area
area
is
is
where
where
our
our
neck
neck
muscles are
muscles are
attached,
attached,
like
like
that.
that.
It's
It's
pretty
pretty
much
much
this one
this one
over
over
here,
here,
you know.
you know.
So
So if
I
I
do
do
kind of
kind of
like
like
just an
just an
example over
example over
here.
here,
That is
that
where
is
it
where it
attached,
attached,
and the
and
neck
the neck
muscles
muscles
goes like
goes
that,
like that,
you know.
you know.
It
It
extends all
extends
the
all
way
the
at the
way at the
bottom,
bottom,
as you
as
know.
you know.
But
But
I'll
I'll
try
try
to
to
show
show
that
that
later
later
on
on
to you
to you
guys.
guys. Like
Probably
probably
here,
here,
the
the
next
next
part,
part,
right?
right?
Um,
Um,
then
then we can also
the
like the
back
back
muscles
muscles
are
are
right
right
here
here
as
as
well,
well,
you know.
you know.
So
So
this
this
is
is
the
the
neck
neck
muscles,
muscles,
neck,
neck,
and then
and then
this
this
is
is
the
the
back
back
muscles,
muscles,
right?
right?
Like
Like I can't like in my
I'm
script I'm
talking
talking
about
about
how
how
it
it
attaches
attaches
to the
to the
clavicle, but
clavicle, but
maybe I'll
maybe I'll
just
just
remove
remove
that.
that.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's the
that's the
basic
basic
idea
idea
of
of
the
the
head.
head.
So
So
now
now
I wanna
I wanna
kind of
kind of
like
like
go
go
over
over
on
on
the
the
top
top
view as
view as
well,
well,
because
because
what I
what
was
I was
talking
talking
about
about
earlier
earlier
is
is
that
that
this
this
is the
is the
widest
widest
point of
point
the
of the
head.
head.
The
The
one
one
This is
This
the
is the
widest
widest
part of the
part of the
head,
head,
and this
and
is the
this is the
widest part
widest
of the
part of the
head
head
on the
on the
top
top
view.
view.
But if
But
you
if
can
you can
see,
see,
it's
it's
rounded over
rounded over
here,
here,
but
but
then
then
it
it
gets
gets
cut
cut
diagonally
diagonally
right
right
here,
here,
right?
right?
So if
So
we
if we
draw a
draw a
circle,
circle,
like
like
that,
that,
you can
you can
see
see
how
how
the
the
face
face
is
is
actually
actually
diagonal
diagonal
on the
on the
top
top
view,
view,
you know.
you know.
And if we
And if we
cut that
cut that
area
area
up,
up,
the
the
shape of
shape
the
of the
head is
head is
pretty
pretty
much
much
diagonal.
diagonal.
Like
Like
it's
it's
not
not
like
like
it's not
it's
like
not like
this,
this,
contrary
contrary
to
to
popular
popular
beliefs
beliefs in
from
from
those
those
exercises.
exercises.
It's
It's
actually
actually
like
like
that.
that.
And
And this is the reason why,
you know,
you know,
when
when we view the head from the front view, when we view the head from the front view, this part right here, another, right? That part right there,
this
this is basically
our
our whole.
So
So when we view it from the front view, right,
we
we have this shape going on right now. So this area over here is the side plane that we can see from the front view because it's angled diagonally from the top view.
You
You know what I mean? So when we think about that, we can create some sort of like important key points, right? Now, what I want to do is to actually draw the planes of the face, right? Attempt to draw facial planes so we can start visualizing where our features are going to go. But I'm gonna make this a little bit kind of like low what do you call this shorter so that I could
Include
include
the
the
neck
neck
muscles.
muscles.
So
So
let's
let's
go
go
over
over
here
here
very
very
quickly.
quickly.
Quick
Quick
pause.
pause.
You
You
need
need
to
to
drink
drink
some
some
water.
water. Give me a second, guys.
Pause.
Pause.
Uh,
Turn off my camera a bit.
I'm
I'm gonna need to do something
important.
important. Here,
That's
it's basically me doing laundry now. I hope you guys don't mind.
But
But yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna be back.
Yes,
Yes, I'm back. I'm back. So, planes of the face. So, let's
go
go over my notes very quickly over here. I wanna. So, first and foremost, when I draw the planes of the face, I actually draw the silhouette of it. Let me remove the side view over here. I don't think I need it, but just in case I need it, I'll put that aside. And then go over here. Planes of the face, right? So, first thing I do for the planes of the face, I actually try to draw the silhouette, keeping in mind
the
the key points. Key point, right? And obviously over here, just want to kind of like draw a line because this is another wide part of the face over here. You know,
you
you can actually go straight
like
like that. Really depends on which one is wider, but
you
you see how angled it starts to angle over here. This is where our cheeks are gonna go, right? We don't actually like this is our skin or our muscles, right? And then we have our kind of like jaw over here. That's the very first thing I want to kind of like see is the silhouette. Keep in mind the important bones that affect the shape of the head, right? So then I draw this shape, this kind of like shape right here. Kind of like resemble
a
a mask.
So
So again, I'm looking over this area over here. I'm looking to see wait, give me a sec. Adjust it. This is where basically my eyes are gonna go, right? It resembles a mask, starting from the basically the brow line over here. This is the brow line, and then this is the nose line. And then this is the chin. Right? So with that in mind, this mask resembles that, right? And I draw some eyeballs to where my eyes are gonna get wrapped around, and then I draw this cartilage, this shape over here for the nose, where the nose will be at, right? Like let's draw the center line over here quickly as well, to always keep in mind our proportions, right? And then for the side of the face, as I mentioned earlier, this side of the face, right, we can simply see the skull over here. We can follow that contour of the skull, right, that affects it. Then we can start going over here. It's pretty much, like I said earlier, this area of the face is already kind of like at the side. You can see it in the skull itself. Even the teeth is curves around, and when it curves around, you know that it's not always, not all of the teeth, especially the back of your teeth. This part over here is kind of like facing more diagonally than in front. So that is where the side of the face is at, and then we draw a line for the mouth, keeping in mind the bulge, right? But I don't draw this bulge over anymore. Like I just know that there's a bulge over there, right? So and then I draw the neck muscles again, because I know that this is where it's connected, right? This is where. So this is probably where I want to use the collarbone right here. Again, I don't have a lot of space right now, so it's kind of adjust that. Just that very quickly over here. Right. So collarbone or the clavicle would be right here. I'm just eyeballing it, right? This is where the neck muscles are gonna go. Even connect, some of it are gonna connected to our kind of like sternum, right? That is the neck muscles. And then also want to draw the back muscles over here that wraps around, right? So these are the back muscles, the neck muscles, and basically this is the mask, right? So I also draw the ears over here, roughly the same location of where the brow is to the nose line, right? Now, once we remove our skull, this is basically how it looks like, right? And these are realistic human proportions,
right?
right?
But we
But
can
we can
always
always
adjust it
adjust it
based on
based
the
on the
shape,
shape,
characteristics,
characteristics,
and
and
style
style
of the
of the
character
character
we
we
want to
want to
draw,
draw,
right?
right?
And
And
from
from
there,
there,
um,
um,
I
I
want to
want to
move
move
on from
on
this
from this
one
one
and
and
actually
actually
show you
show you
guys a
guys a
simplified head
simplified head
demo.
demo.
And
And in this case,
in
in
this
this
part
part
over
over
here
here
of
of
the
the
lesson,
lesson,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
attempt to
attempt to
draw
draw
this,
this,
but
but
more
more
anime
anime
style.
style.
You know what
You
I
know what I
mean?
mean?
Like
Like
I
I
want
want
to
to
make it
make it
more
more
anime.
anime.
So
So
this
this
is
is
how I
how I
draw
draw
it,
it,
right?
right?
Let me
Like I
start
start
with
with
drawing
drawing
the
the
head
head
like
like
that,
that,
keeping
keeping
in
in
mind
mind
that
that
this is
this
the
is the
widest
widest
part
part
of
of
the
the
head
head
and
and
the
the
more
more
rounder
rounder
part,
part,
right?
right?
And
And
sometimes
sometimes
I
I
do
do
it
it
again and
again and
again,
again,
but
but
I'm
I'm
actually
actually
gonna
gonna
use
use like a
black
black
mark.
mark.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
so
so
this
this
is
is
the
the
rounder
rounder
part
part
of
of
the
the
head
head
right
right
here.
here.
You
You
can
can
simplify
simplify
that
that
right
right
now,
now,
and
and
then
then
go
go
straight
straight
right
right
here.
here.
I
I
flip it
flip it
so that
so
I
that
can
I can
adjust it
adjust it
accordingly,
accordingly,
you know.
you know.
And
And
then
then
you
you
see,
see,
in
in
comparison
comparison
with
with
this,
this,
the
the
jawline
jawline
is
is
right
right
here.
here.
But
But
I
I
kind of
kind of
like
like
playing
playing
around
around
where
where
the
the
jaw
jaw
is,
is,
you know,
you know,
because
because
for
for
me,
me,
the
the
anime
anime
characters
characters
have
have
a
a
kind of
kind of
like
like
ideal
ideal
jawline.
jawline.
So
So you know that's pretty good in terms of
like
like the balance of
the
the
face,
face,
right?
right?
So
So this is
the
the silhouette of the head I'm trying to do, right?
And
And then I actually draw
a
a
center
center
line
line
right
right
here,
here,
and then
and then
establish
the key points.
Um,
Establish
the
the hairline over here, the brow line,
and
and
then
then the nose line,
the
the brow line, and then the nose line,
right?
right?
Like
Like
this,
this
hair,
hair,
brow,
brow,
and
and nose,
right?
right?
One,
1,
two,
2,
three.
3,
And
and then
if
if you can see it, and then the chin as well. All of them are almost equal to each other. I have to adjust this two right here. You know, they're almost equal. Like I just eyeball it, you know. So I like to kind of like just draw that right now to establish those key points. Then I draw the mask that contains the eyeball earlier.
Then
Then this line right here becomes the center
of
of the face.
Which
It's pretty much like not half, but a little bit above half,
you know.
you know. And then the eyeballs, which are fairly equal from each other. Like their distance at the same size of the eyeballs itself. And then I draw the opening of the nose, right? And then I draw that thing about the side of the face, right? And then I draw it all the way to the chin as well. right?
Um, and
And then I draw a line for the mouth,
which
which is basically a little bit in between here, but a little bit more closer to the nose, right? So, so for me, I always like to draw the clavicle first to establish the length of the neck of my character. So when I draw the clavicle here, I'll just draw the bone, but I'm so used to like drawing um the actual lines that sees it. So right now we can just do it like here. And then we're gonna draw the back muscles over here. Still drawing the neck. The back muscles are right here, and depending on your character, you may have a more pronounced back muscles. I'm basically just drawing a typical male character over here with some defined back muscles, right? And then once that's established, like I draw the ears as well. Forgot to say it in my script, but it's alright. You get the drill. So again, this is all kind of like just rough guides. But personally, this is more anime look rather than this one, right? Because this one was based from the skull, and this one like we kind of like we have the freedom to pretty much do whatever shape and form, but I could actually see a character being drawn on top of it better, right? And if you really wanna go over beyond this one, you can see this one: front view, side view, three-quarter view, right? And one thing I wanna again, this is just a typical anime character look, right? So what I wanna do now, so basically what you wanna, this is the colored version of it, and you can actually I have a lot of stuff about this one where I animated this model so that you can also animate it yourself, right? But one thing I want to mention though is that this area right here, this yellow area right here, imagine like this is actually recessed, as you can see in these views right here, right? This is recessed, meaning that this area is actually, imagine if you have like a full face mask right here, like a face right here. Basically, imagine that mask being taken out from here, and then it leaves that space from the mask. So what I'm trying to say is that initially, if you have
like that. If you consider this was one whole mask of the face, right? Something like that. And then you remove this mask over here. You leave this shape right here. You know? So that's what I'm trying to say. So basically, this is how I draw a simplified head. It applies to every kind of like character you wanna do. You know. So now I kind of want to go over creating something from scratch, like a three-quarter view, and then drawing a character. You know, on top of it. So. So this one. Well, so for argument's sake, I already have this model of the three-quarter view. So I'm gonna copy this one, right? And then I'm gonna use it as a base to create a casa, right? Copy it again, but this time lower the opacity of this one, and we're gonna draw a casa. Right. So casa has a more rounded head shape. So like this, and this is more sharp. So this is a very good example of how I can show you how to adapt into different types of anime characters for this mask. You know, so you can actually see how to use it. I'm just gonna do a quick sketch over here. Now I already established that thing, so again I'm just about to try my best to draw a casa. See, the silhouette, I am already kind of like establishing that his face is more round than the initial drawing that I have. And from there, I already adapted and used this one properly. And basically, I can see that Akaza has very sharp eyes, but more bigger eyes, right? So I start with creating. Actually want to move this eye over here because I still have that distance, but I guess my model is a little bit leaning forward. Want to adjust that properly. And pretty much what I can see from the models that we have is that his nose are very sharp. Like it's very sharp on the side view. Wanna make this bigger. I wanna draw the eyes facing this way. With a menacing look. Again, I think I know I'm going on the detail right away, but this is how I draw because I've already established the kind of like the parts of the head that I kind of want to go over. You gotta go, Zolrika.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
sounds
good,
good,
man.
man.
I'm
I'm
happy
happy
that
that
you
you
at
at
least
least
hang
hang
out
out
with
with
me
me
over
over
here.
here.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank you.
thank you.
Again,
Again, you
see,
see,
I
I
didn't
didn't
even
even
follow
follow
that
that
line
line
over
over
there.
there.
Think
I
I
think
could
I could
adjust the
adjust the
ears to
ears
be
to
a
be
little
a
bit
little bit
bigger as
bigger as
well.
well.
Let's
Let's
go
go
back to
back to
references.
references. You see the shape of the head over here really made this character look more mature because of how I drew initially the shape of the head. So I'm gonna draw like gonna draw the head like that. And again, after like now I've established that, like I also want like these are the lines that I draw for the anatomy. Like I don't draw everything. Like, this is good enough for me to know basically the stuff that I need to know for drawing the character. So I just love to kind of just finish this off with the now I don't want to be too tied to my kind of like mask. That's why at this point I want to remove it. But now I've established where those features are. I can adjust it. Like the jaw over here, I feel like it's too pronounced. That he looks like I think I'm adjusting the neck a bit here. Yeah, the shape of the head, like I'm just trying to understand what's best for him. But in an essence, I already kind of like established his overall features um over here, you know? By using this head structure and just adjusting accordingly, I can probably change um the mouth. Michibu's smile over here that you just made a donut out of Rengoku. It's not Akaza without those signature face tattoos. I think I'm pretty much happy with that one. You see, I use a mask to draw a character. Well, this is not a perfect rendition of this character. It was very easy for me to establish the facial features and adjust it accordingly. Because like sometimes you get lost a bit. Hello, pizza. Oh, my voice is echoing on the stream. Hmm. Interesting. Maybe that's why people are not. Um. Hmm. 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 My voice is double. Oh, that's why people don't. Hmm. Hello, hello, hello. How about that one? Can you guys hear me properly? Or maybe that's why people are not really finding this stream helpful.
Still?
Still?
I know
I
how
know
to
how to
fix it.
fix it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Speakers.
Speakers.
Hello,
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 hello.
hello.
Can you
Can
hear
you
me
hear me
properly
properly
now?
now?
Still
Still
double,
double,
even
even
now?
now?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
I
wonder
wonder
what
what
is
is
making
making
the
the
double
double
sound.
sound.
Can you hear me now? Or no? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Can you hear me now? Still double? Oh, it's good now. Huh. Now it's good. Okay. Now it's not double. Okay. So I guess it's coming from I guess I don't know. Can you guys hear the music? Can you guys hear the music? I've been doing 1.5 stream for, and no one's telling me. No one's really paying attention, I guess. But yeah, now it's better. That's good. That's good. So at least we were able to at least fix it. Um, Perfect. So now, as I was saying earlier, like music, no, the music, no. Okay, let me see if the music is. I can bring back the music. How about now? The music. Can you guys hear the music now? Give this a Genga treatment. Yeah, okay. You guys can hear the music now. That's good. LBS. What's yes. Okay. Now you can hear the music. Okay, let me do a Genga drawing of this one and then I'll call it a night. You know, that's my it's my quota for the night.
I'm gonna use light to show my getting the colors. So these red lines, let me see how it's done by with these red lines with yellow markings. Okay, and then blue. Okay, I see. Yeah, my Akasa drawing is not bad at all. Like now I like notice it. Like I'm actually very happy with it. Now I'm gonna just add the blue lines. Pretty much determines the shadows. Oops. This is the Genga treatment. We're just gonna be throwing a quick mask around you, like so. Yeah, so that's the Genga treatment, you know, and that's it. That's it for this lesson. It is almost exactly 10 o'clock, so which was my goal. But yeah, like we were able to start from establishing a head structure like this. Use this as an underlying model over this one, and then go from here. So if I go over, you know, all of the things we talked about today, we started with establishing some key features of the skull anatomy, right? And then I map out all the parts of the skull anatomy, but simplified it further with basically saying that there's only two parts that you have to think about when drawing the head or the skull. And from there, like I basically give an example of how these tutorials got developed because of those things, right? Because of this part, this is what they use as a basis of their tutorial, right? And then the key points of the skull that we have to remember, like how it affects the different characteristics of the head, right? You also saw it from the top view, and then lastly, and then I map out the planes of the face, and obviously because I'm using a skull for this one, right? If I'm using a skull, like
it's pretty much gonna look a little bit weird. Like it doesn't, for me, it doesn't look as good as something like this, where like it's almost like a drawing, like it's already established characteristics, right? Even though my head is not as balanced as I like it to be, but you know what I mean. And then I showed you the different variations of it. This one has a little bit fat of a head, but again, that's because this can be applied for everything, And then I showed you guys a demo of how I use it, and making sure that I do understand how to draw the head properly. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, and peace out. End my stream. Ending the stream right now. End stream. End stream. Sneeze.